Welcome in to the Vegas Nation NFL Draft Theater Preview. I'm Heidi Fang here, and I'm joined with Mick Akers, our sports business reporter for Vegas Nation, brought to you by Virgin Hotels, our draft coverage all this weekend. First, I want to get into what we're doing here today. This is the NFL Draft Theater, where so much is going to happen during the draft this week. Again, April 28th through the 30th, in case you missed that. We're right now behind the link at the High Roller and adjacent to the Caesars Forum, where this theater has dropped in. Mick, they started doing this April 1st. The amount of time that must have gone in to putting this together. I mean, we've got cranes, we've got golf cars, we've got automobiles, there's people on rigs. What does it feel like to be inside of this theater?
Yeah, they did a great job. Obviously, they made it a Las Vegas feel. There's lots of lights. There's some, Vegas-themed cars and such. They said the lights behind us on the stage are supposed to be like the Welcome to Las Vegas sign. Obviously, hard work paid off. I think it turned out great.
Yeah, you see here a band behind me getting set up. There's also going to be areas here for a bar. There's all kinds of things that fans are going to be able to enjoy. Inside this theater area, from what I understand, fits about 1,500 people, but fans will still have the opportunity to check out everything happening here. Mick, can you tell the fans out there watching where they can go to be able to find another area to view what happens here inside of the theater?
Yeah, so as far as the theater, it's all ticketed fans. They all paid for the experience. There are going to be some chairs right in the back of this section where they said fans standing in the standing room only area might be able to get pulled in and get a seat. So obviously that could be pretty cool for someone right there waiting, standing up and watching the draft, dedicated fans watching it going on. But just behind it, and there's a large parking lot, there's also standing room only. So that's what I was told last time, about 16,000 people can fit there. There's a large screens behind us. Obviously, if you're far in the back, you're still going to be able to kind of take part in the draft. Then just right to the left of it is the NFL draft experience where, the fan zone's going to be at, where all kinds of activities, the 40-yard dash, Hail Mary, you get the retail experience over there, food and beverage and all that stuff. So, there's no shortage of stuff to do here for the draft.
Yeah, and no shortage either of great visuals behind us here. You can see some of the cards. There's a playing card for every team. Everybody has something here to be able to represent themselves at this draft. We even got to see how some of the board is going to look with the different teams and their choices and things like that, when the B-roll and the packages that all goes behind into this. So, Mick, when you think about the draft now coming to Vegas and the amount of square footage that they said takes to be able to put on an event like this, it's just, why is Vegas just the perfect city for everything that's happening this week?
Yeah, they mentioned, obviously there's available event space, hotel rooms. They got the attractions for when you're not at the draft, and then the backdrop for both this stage and the Bellagio. You got the Strip here. You got the link wheel kind of hovering over the whole area. So obviously you can't beat that view. And they mentioned the building of the Caesars Forum itself, the convention center. They're using that space, kind of back of house stuff, housing some of the draft picks, some of their partners, the media rooms in there as well. So they said that ended up working out very well, and they even built a special door just for the NFL draft. It's going to be there, forever in the building to kind of let the prospects come from their green room out onto the stage once their name is called. So, that kind of added on a forever aspect to this draft here.
Yeah, you actually got a tour of that earlier today. You and Cassie Soto took a look at the magenta carpet. I'm going to call it red, right? Is magenta carpet? Yeah, that. And then, so from there, like you said, the draft picks are going to be brought over here. And just logistically, what is it like for anybody else that's not coming via like a courier or, being brought over? What's it going to be like for the average fan coming from spot A to spot B?
A lot of walking, pretty much. So, wear some comfortable shoes, be ready to walk a lot. It's not the furthest distance. It's about half a mile, I would say, from Bellagio to here. But you're going to be in a sea of people. It's going to be hot, so just be ready, stay hydrated. If you're going to be out here for several hours, which most people are going to do that. So, obviously, take care of yourself first, but just be ready to walk, wear comfortable shoes. I think that's probably the biggest aspect to do.
All right, again, so to our left here you have the draft experience. So if we're facing the High Roller right now, to the left we have the draft experience. That'll be open. That'll have all the Raiders memorabilia. So how does a fan get from here to there via do they have to have the One Pass app? Is that for everybody, for everything?
Yeah, One Pass app is definitely needed to get into the draft space. But once you're in this area, you can kind of free flow from the experience and the draft theater and over to the Bellagio red carpet stage. They said that's what, this kind of makes it a little bit more of a unique aspect for Las Vegas. Is previous drafts, some of the theater and then the experience were a little bit further away, so you couldn't really seamlessly move about between the two. So this massive space behind the link, ended up working out in their favor. It's one of the first spots they looked at back in 2017 when they first started, kind of developing the draft plan here. So, they said this area was basically the perfect area to host the draft.
There you have it from Mick Akers, Heidi Fang. Again, to our right, you'll have a bar. You'll have the NFL Network stage. Behind us, sound checks for bands. There'll be concerts. NFL draft picks coming to this stage. And just right across the street, you'll be able to take in the NFL draft experience, see all of the Raider stuff as well. Make sure to keep up with all of the information on VegasNation.com. And check out Virgin Hotel again during this week. They're our sponsor, bringing us all the draft coverage here for Vegas Nation. For Mick Akers, I'm Heidi Fang. Thank you so much for watching.